last night, I made it to 13-mile camp, which crazily enough is 17 miles in. I don't know, maybe it's 13 to the I-75 at the end of this section, so they counted backwards. But here was my setup. I got in just in time to eat over here at the picnic table and pile into my tent and crash out. So slept good, ready to start it again today. Apparently today the swamps and the mud get twice as bad as yesterday, so I don't say bad, it's just trail. And as Early Riser says in his book, latest book, Pushing North, check it out if you haven't already, I get to hike today. So that's the way I feel. Here we go. Good morning, everybody. Day 2 from the cypress domes of Big Cypress and the mud pits. But had a good night's sleep last night. Got into bed right at dark and laid down most of the night and had a good night's sleep. But here's what we're looking at on day 2. It is a lot of mud, a lot of wet. Woke up to a little drizzle this morning. As you can see, the sky is pretty dark. So I had to hike the first 30 minutes or so with my headlamp on, and going to try to make it 19 miles today. That's going to be my long-range goal. But from what I understand, the hardest part of the swamp is coming up today. So we'll see. I've got like a 14-mile place I could camp also, and we're going to see how it goes. So far so good, doing well, remembering my childhood days of swamp stomping through all this kind of stuff in Merritt Island, Florida. So more as the day goes on. PT out. Alrighty, so this is what it's turned into, and it's been like this for probably about a mile now. And it looks like it's going to be for another 2 miles before I get to a dry spot. So this is some slow hiking, because you never know if the step that you're going to take is going to be knee deep or ankle deep. Kind of like post holing. So you got to go slow here. Make sure you don't fall over. It is going to be a taxing day. This right here is Oak Hill Camp. Just a little stop in between the swamps. My next dry spot, I think, is 3.6 miles up in the deepest part of the swamp, which they call in the Black Oak or something. Swamp is coming up. So here we go. Gonna be a tough day, and my mileage goals, I think, are were a little bit lofty there, but I'm trucking along. It's a muggy day, but I'm plowing through. All right, more to come. Soul-sucking mud. It'll take it out of you for sure. This is what it's been. This and a little deeper most of the day. But I am less than 4 miles from I-75. So that's my low range goal. So we'll see how the rest of this mud fest goes. It is, you sink in. Sometimes you sink in a little bit, sometimes you sink in a lot. So for me, trekking poles are a must. Haven't fallen yet, but doggone it, I have come close a bunch of times. And enjoying every minute of it, except for the real hard parts. And that, it's better than having to work. All right, more later. Well, this is a nice little camp. This is called Ivy Camp. It's about 3.5 miles, I guess, from 75. But, wow, nice. Lots of big spaces to set up your tent. You can go down and get your swamp water. It's really nice. Much better than the camp I stayed at last night and the other ones that I've seen today. But all right, heading north, back out into that. So what it does is there's like little areas that give you a little island that you can camp on. Whether they, I guess they were naturally made, I'm not sure, but there's just a few of them, so you got to pick them out. All right, I'm going right. So I have emerged from the swamp successfully. Down there is the rest area, which I'm going to go get me a nice cold soda and probably a bag of chips or something. And then I don't think I have too many more miles left in me. I'll get across the road and find a place to camp. So it has been a long, long day. And crazy enough, that road right there, I learned a lesson about road mud. Road mud is slicker than trail mud, for sure. It's like being on a set of ice skates. All right, off to my cold drink. All right, just got back from the rest area, had me a soda, bag of chips. Life is good. We got high bear activity in this area. That's where I'm going to be camping tonight. So there's I-75 there, and I've got to get through this gate and go sign the trail register.